that. But still, I am
Okay.
eager to learn a lot of things from this workshop.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone else? Thank you. Thank you. Deepak, Gautam. You come on. The mic is yours. Come on. Actually, a workshop is going to start at 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm expecting a few more like participants to join. So once they join, like we'll just start. Okay.
अच्छा।
Post, are you saying something?
No, Deepak, not yet. Like we are waiting for some other participants.
Yeah, okay. Actually, we are
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm also waiting for. So, what else? Like, we're going to start in next 5 minutes. Anyone wants to speak about anything about, your experiences with COBie, Deepak? And who is the speak? Pankaj Pandey? Nothing to say? Mhm. So there are 19 participants so far. Well, let's wait for 5 more minutes.
Hello everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Rajat sir.
Don't call me sir. Just Rajesh. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, brother. Okay. So I think it's good to start. Um, See, actually, the reason is it recording? Yes. Okay. So actually, the reason why we are connecting today, I was saying like most of the companies. Can you please mute? What was that? Who is that? Can you please mute? Brother, you must have an option.
Why is not
Pankaj,
there? Yeah,
Pankaj,
yeah.
Oh, who is that?
it was Pankaj. Okay, I think it's okay now.
Hmm, Pankaj. Okay, cool. No, I have an option for you to do that. Thank you. Okay. So actually, we are getting some sort of inquiries on working for COVID projects. Okay, so actually, we are looking for a team. They are looking for a team. Okay, so who can help us with help us with some sort of a like freelancing kind of a stuff. Okay, so we generally conduct this kind of a, I mean, like a COBie training once in a quarter, like around like three and once in a 3 months, or sometimes it's not a regular the training which we generally take it as a Dynamo API and C# regarding creation. So it's a purely a BIM I mean, Bimera is an automation company. So not only that, we are upskilling every BIM person into a different sectors. So we do train on COBie project, which is really helpful for every BIM person. At the same time, like AR, we are just going to be a boom in coming days. Okay, since already there, but we are not implementing, and then the Indian companies are not implementing in full of into AR and VR. Okay, so there are few like design applications like COBie, and we do upskill Bimbo to add the additions. And this is not at all a commercial academy. Okay, we are working on with a very passion. Okay, so we already having another business. The teaching is a second vertical. Okay, so today the reason which I take this, not to convert you as a student. After today's, the workshop, I think you have a better idea what is a COBie, because when I talk to, I mean, when we recently, uh, conducted some interviews, we are acting. I'm actually the BIMER is acting like a hiring partner for most of the companies. So one of a client need this, and they decided they couldn't get any like person, so they decided to give it to us. So like I need a team like for freelancing. So I train the candidates and I'll use them into my projects. Okay, so this was my idea. Okay, fine. So and myself, I'm Tuma, and I'm having total 14 plus years of experience in this industry. And purely, I like to work with the automation side. Okay, so this is since I have an additional skill and I have around 4 years of experience on working on this COVID projects. Worked on almost 30 plus projects. I mean, not me, like my team. Okay, I'm the lead for all the COVID projects. So, I'm going to teach you everything. For example, even if your company is trying to get a COBie project. So you must involve in the beginning. You must involve in the beginning, from the beginning, okay, to request what are the inputs we generally need. Because I've seen many companies, they don't have a proper idea, you know, before they take a charge on a COBie project. So what are the things which are required? Okay, so what is a COBie process? So few people say, array, it's full of documentation, 90% documentation. No, I don't know who brought this kind of uh, you know, vision this, into the market. Actually, no. So there are two ways. One is tool part and second one is documentation part. So documentation is a manager's headache and tool is a modeler headache or coordinator headache who is working on the the COBie tool. COBie is a tool. Of course, it's a process, but modelers doesn't no need to bother about the documentation part. So they should be very clear on only few topics. Okay. So if they are good at all this and most of the information, what we generally need, it is there on the website itself. We generally don't see, I think you haven't seen before. Okay, but I'll show you everything. I don't want you to convert into a student. Let's explore it with a, like, as a professional. Okay, don't listen to the words like I heard about, even when it was very new, like 4 or 5 years before. Then most of the people commented like Revit as a failure. But now every company transformed the CAD into the, now we are into the automation era. And now there are X tools which are in the market to upskill ourselves. Okay, so COBie is one of the process and which mostly used for US and UK. Why? In US or UK countries and some other countries are there where the COBie is mandate. Okay, so though companies and though countries, in that countries, if you build a small hut, you must submit a COBie spreadsheet. So why this is actually, why they made it as a mandate? Let me explain the complete scenario. Why this become mandate? Let's say, for example, I need some volunteers here. Okay. So I'm a owner of a area. I have around like a 50,000 square foot area. So I have a construction land. Okay. I have a construction land. Let me, where is this? Annotate. Yeah. So I have a construction line. I'm owner of a construction line. Generally, I decided it's been there from since like 15 years. So I decided something to build a commercial building, okay, or a residential building or something. Now, generally, I approach a surveyor. Okay. So what is the scope? Like, how do I start with? Okay. So how to start with? Then they said like he has come up with some set of documents. I have done the complete survey. So you can build only 50 floors here, not beyond than 50 floors. Okay. So that's his part is done. Now I'll just go to the architect for for a design. So my company is Bindara, so I have a logo, and my building is supposed to be in the same logo design. So this is the area. I don't know how to use it. I need a film, my logo, my building has a my logo. So here has just given me a design. Now the thing where the COBie comes, actually COBie is a 7D tool. Like we have a 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, and 7D. I hope you are aware of what is 4D and 5D. What is 4D? Come on. What is 4D?
Time management.
What is 4D? You can use chat box. What is it? What is 4D? Very good. Time estimation. Time estimation. Time. So this architect is clearly saying that, Mr. Kumar, this project takes around 2 years to finish. Okay, I'm happy with it. Then 5D comes. What is a 5D? Cost, right? So he has, yeah, cost. So he has given me some rough figure, Rajesh. This cost you somewhere around 30 crores. So but I'm having like only 20 or whatever. Forget about it. So it's a costing part. Fine, it's done. So a company, as per the BIM wedge, I mean, I'll show you what is a BIM wedge. We are maintaining, you know, I'll show you later, and because I don't want to disturb this slide further. As per the BIM wedge, our companies are into a different levels. Okay. So level zero company, I mean, we don't call it as a BIM company. In BIM, we have levels again. So BIM level zero company, BIM level one company, BIM level two company. So whenever you're saying that I'm working for a BIM company, say that I'm a BIM working for a BIM level two company. If your company is handling like 4D, 5D, these kind of a stuff, so you're working for a BIM level two companies. Okay, so they maintain a good standards. They can give you the time estimation and cost estimation. They don't need any other consultants to do all this. Okay, so BIM level one, they just only do the 3D services, no other things. Okay, BIM level zero, purely a CAD company. They just work. They just give you the designs. There is no BIM team. Okay, so BIM level zero, level one, and level two. Okay, so we have level three that we'll discuss later. Okay, so I got, okay, it take like 2 years, and the cost estimation, it's like he's at 30 crores. Okay, fine. So since I'm owner, I can't build the entire thing with, by my own. So I need a person, or I need an entity, I need a team which builds my dream project. It's a dream building. Okay. So I will hand over this to a contractor. I had a contractor, and I have completely handed over everything to the contractor now. Now the challenge comes. So the contractor is a very good contractor, and he has a very good experience, and he's getting very good projects and everything, which is really good. Now I completely rely on him. So I trust him like anything because he's a very cheaper, and this is what, as per the market, as I heard. So I decided, okay, fine. Before this, there is a pre-construction, there is a post-construction. So we have a general agreement like up to 5 years. If something happened within the building, okay, with our building, then the contractor is going to be the responsible completely. So he has agreed for it, and we have an agreement, and it is over. It's done. So now till 5 years, I'm getting rents, I'm getting everything. If there is anything happened, if there is a issue with the diffuser, issue with the transformer or generator, everything is going to be handled, taken care by this contractor. Okay, fine. So finally, after 5 years, the contract is over. The contract is over, and he resigned from his services. And now I have a challenge. Now, how can I, after 5 years, like uh, in the 5 year first month, the transformer has a problem. So I have to replace the transformer immediately. Otherwise, all the all the building residents who are saying the company owners will come and sit on my head. So I have actually, no, I'll call this contract. Now the guy is charged a lot. So if it's like $50 labor charge, so he charged like 300. So I feel something which is not relevant. So I decided to give it to some other. So this guy, I mean, okay, this one's like 1500. So he charges 1,000. But still, if this thing is not available, if I couldn't get a proper, like contractor, a proper consultant or a proper engineer. So now everything comes on my head to avoid all this thing from the day when the construction starts, everything to be monitored in a document. Everything will be monitored in a document. So that common document shouldn't be our personal, like our own style. It should be a unique style. It should be the common, Excel for all the projects, for all the companies, for all the countries. So with that idea, Mr. Billis and his team, like, has they worked, and they have developed some spreadsheet, okay, which accepts all the other third party applications. It's a called COBie spreadsheet. You're not going to create any spreadsheet by yourself. With a single click, it will create a spreadsheet file. And I'll show you how it works today. Okay. So what is there in the Excel? If I have a problem, let's say bulb. So what, who is the manufacturer of this bulb? What is the company? If it is like Arya, if I who incident live, where do you get the bulb? Layer phone, the phone number, contact number, contact email, the engineer who helped install it. So engineer information. So who is the contractor? Okay, so who is the consultant? Who designed every single thing? So we did exactly get the what information, the complete relevant information which related to that electrical equipment, the lighting fixture or a panel or a transformer or generator, every single, and what is the cost of it? They have to upload, the manual. So how it has to be operated. Every single information needs to be in one common place. Understand? So that I'll show you today. So I hired another contractor, which I'm going to act like a contractor now. Since I'm already having the complete information about each and everything about my project. So after this contractor, no need someone. I'll directly, if something went wrong, I'll go to that Excel and I'll check who is that. I'll directly contact them. And I'll ask them to come for like and how much they have paid. Every single information would be there in the Excel. This is the COBie spreadsheet, nothing else. Seriously. Okay. Now, every information, element information, labor and database information after contract, everything can be handled. Everything can be, handled by an contractor, owner itself. So is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? Everyone, is this concept clear? Is this concept clear so far? Come on. You can text in the chat box. Is this concept clear? Okay, good. So now, when it comes to the practical, like implementing all this, there are two things again here. So one is a BIM and second one is a non-BIM. First is a BIM and second one is a non. So what is a BIM and non-BIM? So BIM information, actually, when we model design or build, a 3D, so the information will be pulled from the Revit itself. It's called BIM. And what do you mean by non-BIM? For example, when I purchase a transformer, so they'll just give me a manual and they'll have a warranty information. So they have some other information like insurance information and every single detailed when I purchase this. So there is a 5 years contract. I mean, if there is anything like 5 years maintenance. So if there's something went wrong, I don't want to pay additional. So every information will be stored somewhere from a document. It's purely like a data entry work. So there is a dedicated, I mean, they are hiring a team. That is the reason it's purely data entry. So, I mean, if you find any freelancer.com, work.com and, fiverr.com, you'll find these people like who works as a data entry operator, who works as a data entry. They'll just give some sort of documents and they'll give you this task to be filled. Non-BIM data, non-BIM. It's purely from the documents. So you can't pull some information from Revit model. So you have to take, I mean, for example, when I just click on lighting show, when I just go on a light here, I don't have any information in my model at all. See, I didn't see anything like who is the manufacturer. I don't know. So, I mean, I can't extract from the model as well. Because if you want to extract it, I have to extract from the parameter only. So I have to extract from the parameters and export into the schedule, into the Excel. Okay. But I don't have a such information here. So now the non-bin process comes. So I'll open that particular lighting picture. So what is this? This is pendant light. So if I'll just go with all the documents, if there are any pendant lights. So with the manual, I'll just pick it out and I'll say, okay, this is from manufacturer is IKEA. IKEA and bill number is something it is pendant light. Oh, PL01 some random number. ED. Okay. And where I can buy this. I mean, you shouldn't fill your own. I mean, it is from IKEA, IKEA.com. So it will be there somewhere in the manual. So you have to fill it manually, IKEA.com. So under devices, something, it's a random URL actually. Devices by slash lights slash some blah 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 something. Okay. So this URL information again. Then what is the description? Why it is? So the description have to be okay. So you have some additional instructions from the client in the description part. What has to be filled and in the cost it is like $150. So 150 and it is a USD. So it won't if it is not accepting any alphabets characters. I mean if it's a number then it won't accept only 150 which works. Okay. So 150. How do you come to know if it's 150 euros or INR or USD? You have to maintain. There is a common place where you set all the standards. I'll show you in a couple of minutes. Okay. So type mark every single information, but we don't fill all this information in the Revit element parameters. In the element parameters. No. Then where you fill Revit? I don't want to fill this here. Okay, I just filled here. So can I export into a COBie spreadsheet? No, no. Okay, you can't. It will not be exported into a COBie spreadsheet. Okay, so but actually you're saying COBie spreadsheet, how it actually looks like. Most of the people doesn't know how it actually looks like. Let me show you a sample. Um, I'll just go to a website. Where up? Chiche. Vim interoperable parts, not logo. Sure. So those interoperability or stored. And then I just print this an Autodesk extended for print. Okay. And I see on saddle moment. Okay, you have a great learning users within the page itself. I mean, if you don't want to waste your time and be expert in less time, come and join a training program, which is starting from tomorrow. Okay, so at the same time like tomorrow. I mean, the continuation of from today's session. Okay, so there will be continuation like how to use the tool and what are the documents required. Okay, so most of the people don't have a proper direction. I'll take you and I'll guide you as a friend, like a brother with a complete. And after this training, you can directly sit and work for a COBie project. Trust me. Okay. So sample Excel file. Just download that. But if you want to explore more, don't go here and there. Within this page itself, you have some sufficient information. Okay. So this is the COBie spreadsheet, guys. This is the COBie spreadsheet. Okay. Now, I'll just go to each and every tab. Let, let me explain. So I'll just drag. So instruction tab, font tab, SL tab, flow tab, base tab, zone, type, component, system, appearance, and coordinate. So around 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 sheets are there. Filling these 11 sheets is your responsibility. But again, not the complete spreadsheet again. It will be I mean, in the contact tag, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 19 columns. 19 column. Forget about rows. Rows are completely depend upon the elements we have. Okay. So we have 19. So one spreadsheet, we have 19 columns. 19 columns are equal to 19 parameters. 19 columns are 19 parameters. What is the logic, Rajesh? Very simple. I'll just show you in a couple of minutes. Okay. First, let me go with from the basic. Okay. So in the spreadsheets, it's not mandate to fill all this data. You'll be completely focusing. Even the companies don't need all this. So you have to focus on the tab which shows yellow color. Yellow contact, SLP, flow, space, type, component. These are enough. The rest, the zone information, if the client needs, then you have to fill that. So how do I come to know? In the instruction sheet, you have clearly mentioned it's a yellow color one, which is required. 100% it should be there. But in a unique style. I mean, you can't fill like as like you want. Understand? No, there is a proper standard. I mean, if it is expecting something, you should connect the same. Not if it is expecting a name. So what is a name? You have to follow a document. Okay, that has a style. Name is in 3 words only. So you have to fill the 3 alphabets code over there, not the complete name. Like if it is a Nishant Kumar, you can't fill Nishant Kumar. So it should be in 3 words. NIK. Simple. Understand? The first 2 digits of the first name and the third, I mean, the first digit from the second name. If it is a Nishant Kumar, NIK. So this is the style which is clearly written in a document. How do you get the document? Which document it is? In ISO 19650, do you have such information? Yes, a part of it. And do you have a PS 1192 documents? Yes, we have some information out of them. So you have to pull all this information and fill that COBie spreadsheet. Okay. So the orange color text reference to other sheet or pick list. So when I go to the contact, I have some orange color, the same color, same color. If you observe the same color, it means not filling this information anywhere. It will pull the required information from its reference. For example, if you add something here, if it needs, it will pull this information and it will fill it here by itself. So orange color nodes, you no need to do anything. It will fill. It will know that from where it has to be filled. Understand? Okay. So what else we have? Other colors, this one, external reference. You're not doing anything. You're not going to do anything. And it's pretty like how we have element IDs. We have a Jew IDs. So this information being auto-generated will be auto-generated from the application. So it's not a BIM data at all. It's not a BIM data. It's something related to IFC data. Okay. That will, what is that and what is the use of adding that into the spreadsheet you will be learned everything in the live training, not in the workshop. Okay. So, okay, fine. I understand, Rajesh, but how do I fill where information I am going to fill this? So first we have get our model ready, our Revit model ready for a COBie process. So how do you do that? So after install a tool, which I mean, no, there is you should have an access to install all this. So once you install, you will get a COBie extension, and there is a one more standardized data. Standardized data. So what is the standardized data? I mean, before you award a project, so I mean, if it is a US, there is a different style. If it is a UK, it's a different style again. So check whether is this a US project or UK project. So US project maintainer is it Omni class or Uni class or master class or Unimaster or blah blah blah, whatever standards you have to check with them very clearly. I mean, what standards you want me to follow, Mr. Client? So could you please let us know? You have a checklist. You will be having a checklist before you award a project. This checklist to create yourself to kill years or months. But I'm sharing as a ready-made. So maintain it as a record. Whether if you go for any like a freelancing kind of a stuff, without this checklist, if you commit to a client, like you're digging your own burial in the burial, you understand? So you're preparing your own coffin. Seriously, the clients will kill you like literally. So maintain a proper checklist. So if you follow this checklist, it's clearly like an agreement. So they don't have a rights to ask why this is missing, and you have a rights. We don't have a this thing, and in this. So some of the clients doesn't need much information. Whatever the things you have in the Revit, you just fill it here. That's it. In additional, you're going to add maybe the costing and the labor information or the warranty information. Nothing else. Seriously. Okay. So you have to cross check before, and then after you've done this entire set of process, and when you send this to an approval, if they said, Mr. Jeevit, it is missing something which I expected is missing. I don't know how the COBie spreadsheet is. So I thought you are a very expert in this, and I didn't expect this kind of expert. Can you please rework on? So for one single information, you guys have to work for months. Seriously. I mean, if you missed a small information, it's going to rework, not like modeling and finishing and this is not that. Seriously. Okay. So COBie is a very simple tool. It's a very simple tool. Okay. But you should have a proper direction to take you into a certain process. Otherwise, it's gonna ruin a time or company time, not your time. Anyways, you're getting salary from your company. You waste your company time. So act very smart. So even if the company is doing a mistake, since you have a right to say that Mr. Company, so don't do this. I have a checklist. Let me send them to the client and get the approval. If they are okay, let them add some. If they need anything else, then get the approval and then start working. Do you understand? I have sit for many, months to develop this because I'm having around 30 plus years of, cheap 30 plus projects worked on it. So I have a, good command on how do we draft an email before we award a project. Okay. So I'm going to
Sir,
feed every single
sir,
minor. I'm going to share you every single mind detail when it comes to the process. Okay. Clear? So if you want to continue from tomorrow, you just text me personally. Okay, like I'll drop the link in the just a moment. Yeah. Okay, so let me know. Okay, so that I can add you into the batch. We generally don't accept more students on a batch. Okay, for this batch, I think we generally have like 10 or 15 students in a batch. It's more than enough. Okay. So let me know, before we close the registrations. Clear? Good. So, how do I create this kind of a spreadsheet and make my model ready? Hmm? So I'll just close it. Don't say I want because that was downloaded. Now, in the COBie extension, we have an option called setup project. You don't have this until unless you install that application. So when I just go on setup project, now I'm ready to create a project. Okay. But there are some tabs I can set up general stuff related to rooms or spaces information, related to the type information, related to component information, and system related information and attributes. I mean parameters. But no, nothing to confuse. Attributes are nothing but parameters. In automation, we'll call it as a variables. So here we'll call it as an attributes, something. Okay. So coordinate points of every single edge. Okay. So the schedules. Now the parameter mapping. If I have if I have some sort of data in a Revit parameter, how do I link with the COBie parameter? It's mapping, purely mapping. You can see the logo as well. See, you have a mapping. So one project another. So these are like with parameters. And these are like a COBie parameters. So I want this information to be exported into this. So this data from here, this data from here. Simple, as simple. Okay. Yeah. But I don't want to do any changes now since it'll take a lot of time to explain every single tab. Okay. So just simply without setting anything, I just click save and close. Now let it do it work. Okay. So guys, I hope I'm not your favorite. Hmm? True. So this is a Spreadit which is created. Okay, and I can see some other sheets which are added in this. Okay, in the same plans we have some schedules. This is the COBie component. COBie component. So this is the Spreadit COBie component. COBie component for Windows. Okay, these are the schedules which created by themselves. Okay, let me close it. This is why. So when I just click on the same element, I see some additional COBie parameters. You see this now. So COBie component area, set identifier, barcode, description, installation date, when it is installed. So what is the length? So there is no point of adding length here. Okay, I mean it's say like it's a 1.2 meter or 1 meter or something you can indicate here. Component dot name, serial number, space where it is exactly. So tag number, if you want to add any, if there is any tag which is assigned to it, I need tag information here. I'll get some information from level 2, FN216. So I need that level 2 hyphen 216. So level 2 hyphen 216. So it is up to you, but not exactly like same. So level 2, you shouldn't type it a level 2. It has a different code which shows like level 2 hyphen 216. Okay. So what is started, created on external identifier. So all this not legal in the edit types. I have some other COBie parameters added. You haven't done anything. You didn't create any COBie parameter, alone. Just one single click. You just created a project. It has created all the stuff. Okay. Now the challenge is, the process looks very simple. Now the real headache starts. Filling the data into this parameter as per the standards. Due to some confidential stuff, the documents which I'm going to share you during the training, they're very confidential, very, very confidential. So I can't present during this workshop. I'm so sorry. Okay, I can show you some additional information which is free in Excel. This is downloadable for everyone. So created by, you don't need to create, you don't need to add anything. The created by parameter. What is it actually created by, created on? I'll just show you some magic. Okay. So hold on. If you fill something here, try to understand common simple term. So have a COBie dot component dot area. What is this? Why? I mean, is he a crazy guy? Why did he maintain this COBie dot component dot area? Can't he maintain like component area? Can't he create a parameter like component area, like asset identifier? Why there's a lengthy parameter name? It represents, I mean, it is making your work more easier. Seriously. So how it is? I'll just create a spreadsheet for now. Okay. I'll just go to the interoperability tool. So I'll say create a spreadsheet. Now, all the tabs, see the tabs contact tab, which I've shown you in the Excel before. Okay. Contact tab, facility 192, chichi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 sheets, which I've shown you. Okay. So all 10 sheets, which generally every client required. Okay. So when I'm saying that, can please create new file. I'll just say create a spreadsheet. Okay, now it is asking me which one you want me to follow. I'll try UK. Before this, there is another set of process. You have to assign a classifications and you have to assign a pick list. There are a lot. You learn in also, during the training. Okay. I'll just open file, spread it. This is no need to download any sample. Simple. See, in just a minute, in just one click, we created the COBie parameters. In one click, we created the COBie sheet. So now the real headache, how to see the date. See, every column, every sheet, every column, every row is empty. So which is ready to accept the data which you are going to fill. Now the challenge is, what for Rajesh, what is this parameter? Okay, let me close this. Let's keep this side. Okay. If I fill COBie.component area, now it's clearly saying that in COBie spreadsheet means in this spreadsheet, there is a component sheet. So in this Excel document, so there is a component sheet, Mr. Hari or Jeevit or Gautam, whoever. Okay. So it's clearly saying there's a component. Where is a component? Yeah, it's a component is here. Okay, perfect. So now I'm in the component sheet in the area. So area is a parameter. So here it is going to be like a column. So where is that area column? Here there is an area column. So if you fill this information, it will directly comment it in this part. So if I fill 150, I'm an area which is occupying like 10 square foot, something like 10 or 10 square meter. So once I export this again, this spreadsheet, it will commit it. It shows like 10 square meter. Are you clear, guys? Is this clear, everyone? I hope this is clear. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Is this clear, everyone? So, what is this? Is this requesting to record their computer? No. Okay. So, is this clear? So, it's very simple. Component.asset identifier. Okay. In component, where is asset identifier here? If you fill the information here, it will come and sit in this column. Simple. If you are adding for more elements, more data. Simple. Nothing else. Okay. It's very simple. COBie component is fine. So COBie created by. So what is this created by? I'll just go and check. Created by. COBie created by. So this is an orange color. So as my previous statement, orange color columns no need to be filled by yourself. It will automatically take in. So how it will take from where it will take from the contact sheet. Okay. So there are many links in this, but it is very simple. Trust me. COBie, but you don't know the proper, you don't have the proper direction how to proceed. Okay. So in such case, contact Bimero will help you within 4 or 5 sessions. I mean, the sessions generally happen in the weekend, so it will not affect your work time. Okay. So Saturday and Sunday is like, 10 to 12 or else like 9 to 11. It's up to you based on your convenience. Okay. So 9 to 11 or 10, 9 to 11 or 10 to 12, up to you, but not in the week, not in after 12, because I don't want you to waste your schedule on weekend. Okay. Our families. Okay. So we're going to finish this training in a month. Generally, I would expect everything, I mean, this entire training will be finished in a month. So in 8 sessions. If you need more sessions, I mean, if I feel, no, these guys need more, spoon feeding, then I'll extend some sessions more. So instead of 16 hours, it may be 18 or it may be 20, but it will be extended for sure. In every batch, I'll extend. Okay. So I'll give you the interview tips, how to be handled, how do you understand the checklist. So simply in one sentence, after the training, you will be me. Simple. So whatever the knowledge I'm having, you must have such kind of a tutors who teach every, share every knowledge with them. So when it comes to it, I'm very good at it. I'm working, very passionately. Okay, so um, like a PK movie, how you transferred everything. So I'm going to transfer the complete knowledge to you in just in 8 to 10 sessions. Okay, so you can directly sit on COBie project and work on it. That's I can give you that assurance. So if you are my, I mean, the course fee which is already mentioned, it's 15,000. If you are my previous student, you may get some sort of a discount. Okay, clear. Not for any external students. Okay, actually, it's supposed to be some. I used to charge 20,000, but since this financial year we are about to close, um, like we are offering it for 15K only. Okay, so come and attend. Trust me, it's very penny worthy. If you're investing 1 rupee, you'll get the same into 10 times, 10 to 20 times the knowledge. That's one. Okay, this is always an additional skill. Everything. So when it comes to training, trust me, leave it to me completely. I'm gonna make your COBie expert in no time. Okay, because I'll help you with the documentation part. Don't worry about the documentation. Seriously, I've seen some sort of a courses on COBie. They teach like 1 hour and learn COBie in 1 hour, learn COBie in 2 hours. Okay, there are few courses who teach around 6 months. Why? Seriously, it's purely documentation part. No need to consider all this. Okay, so I mean, without with the clear insights, I know what and how it has to be take care of each and every level. Okay, so I'll try I'll take this complete training into a different level with sufficient information, not excessive information at all to confuse you. No need. So if you want to go on access, you can. I'll share the resources. I can help you with the resources. You can do it. But to finish a COBie project, what are the information that you need? I'll share every single thing. Okay, don't worry. Clear? So what about component IC values? What about the type? What about the zone? What about the space tab? What about the port tab? Where are these fields? Where are the parameters? I see the component here. So if I just click on edit type, I see COBie type spread, only type. So I see only component and type. What about the zone? What about the space? What about the floor? They are hidden in some area. You have to activate those. So once you activate it, you can see some, for example, manage tab. It brought information. We don't know some parameters were there. So coded facility. So facility sheet will be here again. So how about the contact? Where is contact? So to create all this, you have to understand the complete extension from the scratch till the end. Okay. So when I just click on the set project, it will ask me to follow some standards. If are a UK, so I set UK. And what is the units? I follow like foot. So area in square foot and volume, cubic feet, and currency It's a USD. Okay. So, or else like I'll say AUD, something, whatever. Okay, USD. I mean, if you're looking for India, INR. Okay. So, what do you want me to follow exactly? With element ID, GUID, or mapped parameter. So, what is this identification? So, from the Excel, the the modeler can get the direct information out there by showing the sample project which involved before. Move on this. We work for a client and headings on is the typing for? I think yes. There is only one single motto to why we follow all this. I'll explain you in just give me a minute. Um, it should be here. Maybe in the components. Did I miss somewhere? Okay, fine, whatever, no problem. Okay, so we need, for example, this is a GUID, guys. External identifier is like a GUID, like how we have an element ID. Talk to another application. Like for example, if I know element is that here somewhere, I is that anywhere here? No, fine, no worries. Okay, um, so we have some set of standards we did for like how we copy. If I this is a default GUID, but instead of GUID, instead of this external identifier, I'm a BIM user. So obviously I need element ID of this particular electrical equipment, panel board, which is in the level one. So I copy the element ID. I copy this element ID for Excel and I use manage and select by ID. I'll find the element. It's very simple. But why this is a GUID? If a IFC application should talk to another IFC application, they don't follow element IDs. They follow the GUIDs. So this purple color, the data, these are actually talking to a different application. IFC to an IFC. This is IFC building element proxy. So this is an GUID which can directly talk to another application. This is clear. Okay. So area measurement standards, we have a different standards for area, like BOMA standards. If you're a manager, you must know what is a BOMA and what is IFMA, what is a GWCR. So if you don't know anything, we follow simply like Revit default area calculation method. This entire information will be listed in the BIM execution plan in somewhere. So in the COBie spreadsheet, if you're going to play with like 7D facility management, 7D, it's a facility management. Under 7D or in the facility management, there must be a column. There must be some information. So they're clearly written what kind of an area measurement standards to be. So this is a BIM manager role to be entered whether the company follow this the COBie standards or not. Still, the BIM manager has to be mentioned in the BEP. Okay. So 6D anyways, it's different sustainability. We don't consider. So when it comes to the COBie, the time estimation, we can't show anywhere in the COBie spreadsheet. Okay. Costing, yes, we will show that. Okay. And and facility management, every asset in the building, where it is exactly. For example, what is the motto behind why should I follow all this? Um, uniqueness. Uniqueness. For example, there is a there is an element. There is an element in a different level and in a different zone. in a different building. I have a three buildings. Okay, let's say tower. I have a uh, I have a different tower. Okay, in the tower, in the zone, in different level. Okay, in the different area like room or whatever. So the number, the number of it. Now, if you separate all this for an object, I have light. I have a lighting fixture here. So which tower it is? If I have a five towers, tower four. So you shouldn't type like tower four here. You shouldn't type like a tower four here. Let me show you how it actually works with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, this is something crazy, but stay. I'll ask like I have Casa. I have created some for what in this first. Okay, act as a COBie expert. COBie expert. Um, can you please write create create a three digits code for the below standards below. Just a minute. Let me wait for some time. Sorry, I have some throat issue. Okay, so below standards. I'll mention everything here. I have a five towers. I have 50 floors. I have three zones in each tower. I have 50 levels in each zone. Okay, and have around around let's say 20 rooms in each floor. Okay, so now what was that? And I have a okay, fine. This is enough. So I want to create a work breakdown structure. So 3D code below work breakdown structure. We called as a WBS code. Okay, structure code as per the industry standards. As per the industry standards. Uh, since I don't have any information, I want to create COBie documentation. COBie documentation. Okay. So my BIM execution plan. Okay. So it understands everything. It understands everything. Okay. I mean, I'm saying act as a code expert and a BIM manager for you. And BIM manager. Okay. Now see the magic. Remembers. Now, if the power directly doubles and zones, we have added like three zones. So zone one, zone two, zone three. And levels we have it. I mean, it's not reading anything. Like if you have a level one, follows level L001, L0I0. Okay, if you have rooms, RPXX, R00. No, if I have some rooms, like if I have a living room, it will say that LVR, living room, LIVR, something. I mean, it can give you that. Now, this code is to be mandate for every object here. The every object here. So, for this object, now after room, so the number, how many devices you have. For example, you have 50 devices. So 050. Simple. If you maintain the standard for all the elements in your model, which is easily identified for every, for every, you know, building owner. This is the dream for every building owner. I mean, they could see that very clearly. T01, Z01, okay. So there is a problem in the T01, Z01, L005, R003050. What if in case you have two different, objects with the same, this gives a conflict and this will not allow you in the COBie spreadsheet. So these are the ones you generally have seen. For example, it's a light one, light 50, light 051. I'm sorry, why should I 51? Light 50. So for light 50 and light 51, how come it is the same asset, tag? No, right? It should be different. Oh, will not allow, have to fix it. So avoiding these kind of things is completely like a, but how do I get it? How did I come to know T0101? All this will be filled, within the spreadsheet. So you have to maintain some set of documents and everything. Is this Buddha concept clear to everyone? Come on. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear? So why we are maintaining a COBie spreadsheet? I'm asking, please. Will you please respond in the chat box? Guys. Brother, I'm asking you. No one is responding. Isn't it clear? Hmm?
Yes, this is clear.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Can we fill up the COBie sheet for some data and then import into Revit so that the data is available in the node? No, the vice versa case won't happen now, Mr. SZM. Okay, that won't happen. There is no import, such information again back to this. So you will be loading some data from Revit to Excel, Revit to COBie, and documents to COBie. Vice versa won't happen. Yeah, that was a nice question, but generally no. For that, we have some additional limits. If you really want to do that, if you build some information in the COBie, um, no, that won't happen generally. Okay, so you can use that. There are some sort of an automation tools which you can use, like Dynamo. You can use the spreadsheet and get this information from here and copy paste into the Revit elements. That is possible. With the help of Dynamo, it is possible, but not within the COBie. Okay, cool. So I hope you guys understand what is what is this, what is a COBie and everything. Okay. So in our training, we are going to learn like how do you maintain spaces. So if you pick a room here, it returns different result. Space, it will give you the different result. Like assemblies. So what do you want me to follow? So I'm an architect. So I'm working on architecture model. So should I set all the objects for room, for spaces? If I'm VP, so how should I follow all the standards? The type information, see add field, the one which I explained you were in the, you know, in this Excel. So I need a T01 in the beginning. So tower one. So category, this is not a tower. So I have an additional parameter. So I have a custom parameter. So the parameter name is tower name, tower name. So that will pull information T01 and it will be exported into the spreadsheet accordingly. This is, if the Civil 3D supports the COBie extension, yes, you can do it. Okay. A space not created means while what we are doing. Then you have to create a spaces. If there is no such space created in and it won't take, it's purely pulling the information which it has RAM. Okay. If there is no such information, it's very hard to fill. So you have to create the spaces and then try it again. Is it clear? Is this clear? For that, we have, see, like we have a set of families unknown. Okay, so we have a set of families. If there are any families, a prayer. From the D1, you want to play with the COBie parameters, the COBie. So you can use this option to add the COBie parameters to the families, and then you can load into it. Most of the companies are not doing it because this generally happens after, mostly in the as-built stage. When it is in work, when you're working, in the modeling part, parallelly, no one will fill it. There will be a lot of confusion. So most of the cases, you are going to work on a COBie project on the as-built model. Okay, so no worries. You don't need to bother about this. And the contacts, who are the owners of, who are the leads. I mean, if you're an engineer or you're an architect or you're a director or you're a labor, so every person's information will be stored here. If you store it, it will be in the spreadsheet in somewhere. Okay. So if you create zones, it will create as zones. Like when no, I don't want to preview a generation for this model. I can say something here. Let it create to take 10 to 15 seconds. So in a building, how many zones you have to specify very clear. So it can't do it by itself. So you have to take an information here, like manager or a coordinator. So how many zones we have? What are the zones, the zone names, and area of it. So if this is A zone, if this is a B zone, and if this is a C zone, so you have to specify it clearly. So just add a zone and zone one, A building, A building. So is it a circulation zone? What about the rest? Is it around zone? So they are different, but I'll explain every single thing in the way written. I just have to some drag and drop at them. Okay. How COBie will work on consultant model. After the consultant, we generally go to the contractor where we work on it. Okay. I mean, if in the consultant model, in the sense, it's in the early stage. So if the client is expecting in the early stage, the same process, the same process. There is nothing, there is no two different process for consultant and contractor. It's the same process we generally follow. So the consultant information is something less than the contractor. So I mean, there will be no conflict. It's very simple. Consultant, what are the information that you have? Receipt from the client. I'll show you how to fill it. Fill it. If you're working with a contractor, then how do you follow it? Then follow the simple. Clear run? Good. If no zone available in the model, you have to create the zones, Amir. That's what I'm telling. You have to create a zones. Here, that is the reason you have zones. Okay? You have to create a zone. Okay? Then, SN classification. Again, this is very important before you start project. So when I just click on SN, we don't have anything. See, we're about to finish the COBie. We're done with everything. So this is the last option. It is asking the database is not loaded. The database is not loaded. Can you please, if you want me to load, I say yes. Click here to load. Now it is taking uni class. So my last project which I worked on this, I mean it is a uni class. No, if I want to go with the Omni class, click here to load. Omni class. Okay. So what are the standards we have? When if I wish to go with the Omni class, I'll click Omni. No, if the client is asking for uni class, just click that. Then see, if you see the icon, Omni class, turn it off. Uni class, turn it off. Uni format and master format. It's keep on changing. The icons will keep on changing. So the information will be, given by the client. If the client doesn't have any instruction, I do suggest you to go the Omni class in the early stage. It will be very, very clear and understanding because there is nothing different than Uniclass and Omniclass and master format. It's the same, but we have to see our convenience until unless your you have been expert in our tool, you have to follow the easiest process. So I will not explain you the Uniclass, which makes you hard to understand. I'll follow Omniclass. Even if you go for any, if you select any electric shop, when you just click on anytime, the default, you have Omni class. See, these are default. Why they follow Omni class as a default? Why it's not Uni class? Because Omni class is very easy to understand. It's very clear. It's very clearly written in which have a more detailed, insights than a Uni class. So our training will be going with Omni class. If the client is expecting like Uni class, you already have a bit knowledge on the Omni class. You can easily adapt same with Uni class. Simple. I'll just take a 1 hour session on how do migrate from Omni to Uni. Not a problem, not a big deal. Okay. So when I follow interoperability to assign classification, so I have to assign it very clearly. So I'll say, this when I pick the lighting figure, so shows, see you guys, you have selected a lighting fixture. Oh, is it? If I pick electrical equipment, just pick an electrical equipment. See, it's clearly saying electrical equipment, and which shows what kind of an electrical equipment is this. Oh, so this is an electricity distribution. So it's a low voltage electricity distribution. I'll just simply say 9. Now the value is assigned, is it? Let's go and check in edit type. So I can see in the classification, you see EF 3045, EF 3045, and the value low and the value which is low voltage electricity distribution have been filled in. That's it. You are not going to enter a value by your own. It will pull the information directly from the Revit. This is what you're going to do. Let me cancel it. So the EF table, okay. What about the PR? So what is a EF? What is a PR? What is a SS? I'll explain in the training. Okay. So now I'll just go to the PR. This is not a communication product. So this is services, mechanical and electrical service control, indicator, all this control panel. It's a control plane. So if it is a panel board, do you have anything like a panel board? Okay, panel. I'll just simply assign. It's a designed, so control panels. Just go and check again for this object. So control panels, PR 7550. Done. I'm with another. So I'll just do the systems now. SS. So this is going to be again, okay, electrical systems, SS70, electrical power generation system, distribution system. So again, it's a low voltage system and a low voltage distribution system. Okay, fine. I'll simply assign. Assigned. Just click on edit type. I see two filled. Okay, if I fill this, so can I see on the other equipment? Can I see on another other equipment? Just click on edit type. I don't see the data because this is something, it's 480 volts GB and this 208. Select all in the entire project. So I have one more. When I pick here, just click on edit type. I see the same information in it. So you no need to fill all this again. You no need to fill all this again. Okay. Now, Rajesh, I've done, like, I have done everything, right? So if I export this, create a spreadsheet, can I see this information in the COBie spreadsheet? No. There are some additional things you must follow. I'll say create spreadsheet. I'll create a spreadsheet. I don't see any information. Again, I follow. Okay, template. I don't see such information on electrical equipment, even though I signed something in it. No, because see, failed to overwrite existing file. Oh, that opened. Let me close it up. It shouldn't be run. Don't save. I'm not sure which one is that. I'll just close. Or don't I close? Don't save. Don't save. I'll just okay. Let me create a spreadsheet again. Create a spreadsheet. there is a problem, COBie.facility.name. It's actually warning. Okay. So if you are my Dynamo student before, like you'll come to know the different warnings in the LMS. So see in the components, I didn't see any single thing in the component. So in the classification, system, assembly, connection zone, facility, floor, space, I didn't see any single information. So there is another process to follow. Okay. So all will be covered in the training. Don't worry. Okay. So we generally don't maintain the same source for all the objects for maintainable items. So I'll share you on Excel documents which are like actually maintainable and what kind of elements you're supposed to play with. Okay. So based on that, you will be working on simple. Okay. So anyone have any questions? So I'm done with the today's the workshop. I hope I haven't feel you bored and didn't waste your time. I think this productive workshop for you, or you feel bored. Hmm? Come on, if you have any questions. How many parameters can we fill by interoperability tools automatically? Uh, all, everything. If you have a parameter which is listed in the COBie, yeah, you can fill all the parameters as well. Okay. But the client doesn't need all. I mean, you just have to pull some only information, or what are the information actually the client need? You just have to fill that. There's no need to take it. I mean, because we generally charge from a client on the information basis. Okay, it's an information basis. Okay, so if there is an information you're supposed to add, for that information, how long you're going to fill. I mean, you're not going to play with the one object, one type. So you will create a schedule, a type schedule, and check how many types you have in the model. So how many hours it will take for a single type to fill the complete information. So if you have a mechanical types, if you have 50, so for each type if it is taking like 2 hours, so 2 hours into 50, so 100 hours. So 100 hours for only mechanical equipment. This is what. So this is what you're going to, plan. Okay. So all this complete, you can be a complete a freelancer to work on your own projects. Okay. So whoever interested, text me on my WhatsApp. I mean, if you need it, just let me drop it here. www.link/COBie. So copy this link that I've, you know, entered in this chat box. Okay. If you're interested, just click on that link. It will directly, um, take me to take you to my WhatsApp. I'll share you the details. Right. Okay. Any other questions? If client was not aware of this, how we can create from the scratch? Then you have a personal meeting with, don't start it by with your own style. It may, if you just ask them what kind of information, why do you need this COBie spreadsheet? Okay. So are you expecting this? If the client said yes, tick mark over there. Tick over there. Okay, in that checklist, tick over there. Do you need this? The client said no, no need. So you have to take around like you have to sit with the client for at least 1 or 2 hours. So these 2 hours is going to save a lot of hours for the client, a lot of money in the client. Okay, is this clear? Good, Hari. Good. Nice to hear that. Okay, but I haven't shared any uh, information which actually related to the training. This is just a basic information how the COBie works. That's it. Okay. Now it's your turn. You decide whether you're, I mean, I'm going to save a lot of time because it has taken me almost more than 6 months to become expert, become an expert. Okay. But I have to train you. I mean, after working on multiple projects, I started seeing the different, that is it. Ram, I'm not ma'am, man. Ram. Okay. I mean, is because of my throat. Okay, I'm Kumar. Okay. I think you're supposed to have man. Okay, fine, get it. Okay, fine. Let me know if you are interested so that I can enroll you for the batch which starts tomorrow. Okay. Bye. See you everyone. Bye bye. Any questions? The meeting will be open for next 3 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Come on. No questions? Good. Good. See you in the training. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye, everyone.